CPEC is a framework of regional connectivity. It will not only benefit Pakistan and China, but will also have positive impact on Afghanistan, Iran, India, Central Asian Republic and the region. But there are a lot of concerns associated with CPEC, and today's seminar is all about addressing those myths and realities regarding CPEC.
Pakistan certainly would like to use this opportunity in three main areas. Obviously our problems, number one, energy. Significant amount of money allocated to that in this project. Then obviously, second part, what are some of the current hurdles in the way of economic growth besides energy? And when we take a look at it, there are three main things besides energy: food security, and Rector Amir Muhammad had told us what kind of new agriculture we need to have. That's one. Water is also an emerging challenge for us. Not because what Modi is saying, but because of the sources of water, how we utilize it, the growth in population, the need for more water. That's the second one. Food security, agriculture, water, and then we come to a major task, and that task is how are our educational institutions getting ready to participate in this? So Pakistan's one main problem and challenge remains human capital development.
You still have a shortage of energy. Everybody feels the problems of load shedding. All the factories are either producing more expensive energy themselves or actually shutting down production. So that energy is needed in Pakistan. But with the CPEC and the energy production, I think it's very important to understand that this is more a kind of a private investment. This is independent power production. This is loans. The companies will be built up. They will have long-term contracts with the government to produce electricity, and in the end, it will be the consumer. It will be all you who will actually pay for that investment in terms of your electricity bill. For me, the far more interesting part and with more long-term effects, impacts and benefits for Pakistan, that's the infrastructure development that is coming, which is the smaller part. It's still a huge amount, but it's still the smaller part of the CPEC. That's the corridor work of both roads, rails and the ports of Pakistan that will be implemented within not the next 1 to 2 years, but actually this will take 5, 10, 15, 20 years before that infrastructure network is absolutely completed. Pakistan will be stabilized in terms of security in the future, because if not, it would be a huge risk to the project, and it would be a huge risk to the Chinese and other investors to this project.
In 2017, what is international media calling Pakistan? Is it calling the most dangerous country in the world? If you look at Wall Street Journal, you look at Washington Post, you look at Economist, you look at Bloomberg, you look at Merrill Lynch report, you look at Price Waterhouse-Coopers report, what are they all calling? They are calling Pakistan as the next frontier emerging economy of Asia. You think it was easy? In 3 years, to give country a new identity, country which was called as the most dangerous country in the world till 2013, today is being recognized as the next investment frontier or the emerging economy in Asia. This year, Alhamdulillah, we will be crossing 5% growth rate after 10 years. We were stuck in 3.5% growth rate for almost 7-8 years. And again, I would like to share with you, Because it is important that our youth know all this, because they are the ones who are going to lead this nation into future. In 80s, India used to have 2 to 3% growth rate, and it became their stigma. They were so embedded into low growth platform that economists coined a term for Indian growth which was known as Hindu growth rate. Low growth rate, 2-3%, was coined or was known in economic literature as a Hindu growth rate, because low growth had become synonymous with India's growth rate. After 2006-7, when Pakistan got into this low growth platform, many economists started writing about us that Pakistan has an Urdu growth rate, where they said that, this Urdu growth rate is 3% growth rate, low growth rate, a country which is showing consistent pattern of low growth. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are breaking that barrier, and we crossed 4%, and now this year we will cross 5%, and inshallah in 1 or 2 years we will cross 6% growth rate. So Pakistan is now on a growth trajectory.
I think CPEC will open really new vistas with the infrastructure development in the form of excellent road network, improved railway tracks, and particularly the deep sea port at Gwadar. I think it will open up enormous opportunity for Pakistan's development, particularly industrial and agricultural development. And our youth will really have an exciting time in the years to come.
You have to divide the CPEC into the power production side. I think that's one side of it for me, and I think that will be a major input to the power production in Pakistan, and will have a short to medium term impact on the economy. But I see the corridor as actually far more interesting. It's a long term project, creating trade corridors within Pakistan, connecting China with a large part of the rest of the world, and that's a big opportunity for Pakistan, but it will not materialize. It's not something that's going to happen the next 2 or 3 years. This will happen in 10, 15, 20 years.